Hi, everybody. Um, Who? Things are going off on my phone. Okay. Um, as you can see, I have already been playing around with the skylight um, to see how the fade works from one light to another, which makes me very happy. But then you might also see what I want to try to do today. I'm kind of going from here and there because I want to get the visuals right first. The fading that you see, let me just restart it. At first, I'm using a loop for that, so it's not that. At first, I put in a timer, thinking, I don't want it to go right through everything as it usually does so fast. It turns out I don't need a timer because what I'm asking it to do is so heavy that it just takes this long for it to compute and show it on the display. Which kind of makes me sad, but it's understandable considering I'm using a list as an array. An array is not really... A list isn't really built to be used as an array, but I still haven't found a way to make to use the array plugin to work with this thing. So we're gonna leave it for now. But also, in the end, it doesn't really matter that much because when we actually are going to use it, it only has to update maybe once an hour, once half an hour, maybe. So that's not going to be that big of a problem that it takes so long for it to compared to half an hour. It's going to be fine. But for testing purposes, it's long. It takes ages. But eh. Um but what I was getting at is that the green here is still very, very green. And I was thinking of how to do that because we already have decided on what the landscape is going to be like. So I'm going to use 3 different colors of green, but there's also going to be brown in there, I think, for the tree itself. So because that's the one that we're going for. And right now I've used only 2 greens, dark green and just green, and brown. And I think it would be nicer to add 3 green. But the thing is, I am not a pixel artist. Far from it. I'm not very good at that. So hopefully I can ask a friend to help me out with this. But then I want to be able to say to her, I can do 3 shades of green and maybe even 2 shades of brown. That would be cool. That would help a lot, I think, or at least it will give a lot of possibilities. But these are the colors for the middle of the day. Focus, camera, focus. So that's not gonna work well for when it's night. I was thinking when it's night, it should just kind of be black, and the tree itself in the center would also be black, and it would kind of be a silhouette to the night sky, because as you can see, the night sky isn't black, entirely black. It's kind of a bit grayish purple. So then the silhouette of a tree would stand out. It would be fine. But how to do that is then the question. One of the ideas that I had was to pen. I have no idea if that'll work, but to use like the minimum, because if you would go like it's RGB, right? Oh, this pen sucks ass. Oops. This pen is not good. So I would say red is 0. I would say blue is 0, and green maybe 10. In that sense, and that I would use like a variable that would add like 100 to it for the middle of the day. Knowing that the max is 255, I think. Then I can just change this variable. As kind of the brightness. I don't think it will work that way entirely, but that's something I want to test today. So I'm thinking maybe what we should start with is how the colors would be during the day, and how it would change as light fades. I think. Oof. Do we already have it like a variable? We have a variable of steps too, don't we? Yeah, sky. P is for the phase, and Z was for the steps. Maybe we can already use, we don't have to make it, we can use ground for it. And also go like steps and phase. Why do I grab P and Z? Doesn't help. Let's make this an S, as in steps. And let's change that to... Wait, let me get back. I was thinking about using ground, this one, to actually test my theory, because now it's this beautiful green. And Then it can actually come along with this, I think. Okay. Ground shape. Yeah. See, if I put red to 0, what happens if I put red to 0 and blue to 0? I think it's not going to be that vibrant green. Is it? Come on. Oh, it doesn't work because we don't have arguments. Oops. Pin. Let's try it again. I put in the arguments, but I just didn't link them to anything. Okay. Nah. Still pretty green. Is it actually going through the... Z is not defined. That's what you get if you don't name variables from the get-go. But yeah. You work now? Yes, you work now. How am I going to implement this? I have... And it's going to go through this every time, isn't it? So if I say the color that it's always... Kind of need to make a fade for it, don't I? Oh god, how do I do that with this guy? I still have to make this better, because right now it's too much code and not a lot of changes. So technically I could squish these lines together and put in like a counter that will make it go to +8, +16, or +24 respectively. And even make this go. But right now it's more legible for me, so we're going to keep it that way. And I also want to change the fade steps, the step list and the fade list, with the idea that I hard coded it now, and I don't like hard coding something, because maybe in the future, because you have like 5 step colors, and the last one is here, and if I could push it up a bit, I think that would be prettier for the fade, but I don't know. But because I hard coded it now, I can't just do that, because then I have to throw things over, and most likely I'll forget a number somewhere, knowing myself. And yeah, I'll just get into trouble again, as I usually do. So I shouldn't hard code stuff, or at least that's one of the reasons I don't like to hard code stuff. I put in color here. I don't think I'm using that anymore. Just to be sure. Do I get an error when I do this? No. Okay. So that's fine. Yeah, I'm using the step list. Or am I using the fade list? No, I'm using the step list to do this. Oh, that's... kind of stupid. There was a reason I'm using the step list, so that I wouldn't have to make this line even longer than it already is. I was already thinking of how can I like make this smaller somehow. And maybe I can. Like making a temporary variable to do it for me. And then we add the variables again. Do we then make a step list? Let's just... Yeah, we don't have to do anything with this. If shape is more than... Yeah, okay. So this is not something we have to think about. Oops. I have to open the door. Sorry. Okay. Let's just copy paste. Step list. Here. So it should be right now. This is the color times the shape, which is times 1. Should be times step, shouldn't it? If you hear some music, I apologize. That's my neighbor, who I think might be deaf or something. Would be not phase, but it would be step. It's not gonna work though right now, but I just want to see, because it's going to go from full color to actually should go to full color, and then yeah, it's already getting less green. And then maybe when it's switched to midday, it goes back to 0. So then that one goes back. Well, this should work. That's what we were looking for. And it goes into night. So the steps for this should be bigger, in the sense that at dawn we want like 50%. Dawn 50%, midday full, then at dusk 50%, night 0. So it uses different counter then. It's how do I do that? Need to use the phase and the steps, don't I? Because I'm also gonna still be in trouble with the night going into the day. Because dawn is 0 and the night is 3, I think. And I'm using that here to signal what the next color is going to be. But after 3, there is no 4. So it needs to go back to 0, actually. Where do I do that? Yeah, day phase plus 1. And it should be like an if statement, that if it's free, if it's 3, that it should be 0. Because then we can actually keep it looping. Just for that sake, I'm just gonna make an if statement for that. If now I can't remember how to do an if statement. For give me an example of an if statement. For if. Okay, I don't need to put it in commas. If what was it? Day phase, right? Day phase more than 2 to keep it safe. Then next day phase is 0. Else next day phase is day phase plus phase. Plus 1. I'm having the feeling that I'm doing an OBOB, but we'll see if I am. Day phase, days phase. Next day phase. I'm procrastinating. I'm having the feeling that I am. See, if I had consolidated this into like 3 lines, I would be done now. But I'm not, because I have these as well. But I'm going to do the first few and then see if I don't get into trouble before I've done them all and have to reverse back. Okay, I'm not getting an error yet. So that's good. Light seems to be accurate. Not gonna cycle through yet though. What would happen if I do that though? Just let it run. Okay, it's willing to do that. Yeah, it's gonna get into an error. Because the loop that I made is not accurate. But I think since we're not getting any errors thus far, It should be fine, she said with a lot of confidence. This is where the slowness becomes annoying. Should work with 4 though. We'll see. I'll just let it run. In the meantime, but this is kind of working the way I want it to. When it comes to color, I mean, not when it comes to the way of the faces. Then it's not working how I want it to, but I wasn't expecting it to because I'm using wrong steps for this. I'm wondering if I could link it with the night sky. So I was planning to link the night sky with the position of the sun. Oh, it's moving on. It's moving on. It's moving on. Yes, it is. It does. Oh, that's nice. Okay. That's cool. And that's where it stops. And then link the brightness. So actually this step list, link it with the sky. In the sense that the sun dictates the color in the sky, and the color in the sky dictates the color of the ground, in a sense. I could also link it with the sun. Maybe I should do that, but I still haven't animated the sun, which I actually should, but thus far have not. Yeah. I was also thinking about, we have like the this is like dawn, and when the sun is halfway, well, not like halfway here, but a quarter way into the sky, you don't have this sky anymore. So I think if it's like a quarter way in the sky, the sky should already be like the main full sky color. And similar, if it's on its last quarter, only then should like the dusk start. Now I'm thinking maybe I should link the ground color to the position of the sun. But it does look more like a dawn now. Let me have some fun with it. Just a bit. Well, at least give us a focal point. There should be a small tree in there now, though the tree would be entirely green. Still, I wonder what the silhouette would look like. Feels like a kind of Minecraft tree, doesn't it? So eventually we have to... Now we're using ones and zeros. Stay where the green is. And eventually we'll have to use more like ABCs. Like we did with the sun and the moon. But then instead of it giving the brightness, it will actually give the color. Do you look like a tree a bit? Sort of. Okay. So maybe, yeah. Let's already implement that then. We have like... color A. Should be this, shouldn't it? Oh, yippee. We're gonna make of that just a very different color. No, I want it to be more yellow-ish. So that one should be higher. How does that... So I'm wondering, do I need to put in if statements? Say, if it's A, color A. Then I could say color A. No. Color B. If a shape is A, then the thing is, does it have a yes? Find a replace. Yay. Okay. If I say this, can you do that? Find one. Replace with A. Will it just replace what I selected, or will it replace everything? It will replace everything. Oh. I just want to... Replace tabs. Find and replace? Yeah, but it doesn't... Sure. Oh, man. What? It's replacing that one? Would I dare? Would I dare? No. Because it indeed replaces everything. I'm more and more beginning to dislike this. What does this do? Find and replace. I can't see what you found and what you replaced. This is a nightmare. That's the one you replaced. You replace... Oh. Am I correct in thinking that you replace where my cursor was at? Find. Replace and find. Okay, I can do it like this then. It's not ideal, but it will work for now. At least I don't have to do it by hand. Nope. Nope. This is tedious. If anybody knows a better way, please, please, please let me know. No! You got to be joking me. It has to be like I better find a replacement this. What if I find and replace with a find? And my cursor is over there. No, here you need to be. Find. No. Can I just say these? Find and replace? No, it doesn't work that way. You gotta be kidding me. I can narrow it down. I can. With a blop. Find. Okay, that already narrows it down somewhat. Just need to keep my mouse where it is. I'll make it stray. Else I can start all over again. And then I've replaced all the ones with an A, and then it doesn't work anymore, and I have to turn it back. If that's the case, I'm gonna cry. Keep focus on my mouse. Oh. Nope, I don't want you to replace that. Needs to remain a 1. Okay. He threw me up to the top, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Okay. Will you run without error? No. Error A is not defined. Cool. It's in ground. 275. Shape A. Blipping hell. It sees A as a variable and not just as a cool. Did I do the same thing here? Clump, color. C. Oh, I say, yeah. Mm. Yeah, but then I multiply by A instead of saying, oh, it is A. I'm going to do it like this. Or is it going to give me an error because he has no idea what I want it to be? 288. Command out. Because I want you to go to this if instead. Okay. I didn't do the last one, I kept it on one. Cool. Okay. So if I would make this an A. No, wrong button. Let's add a few B's in here. See what happens. Yeah, it would be nicer to say, oh, go to B. Use B. But I don't think that's going to work. Else if... shape is B. Let's just put a B somewhere in the stem. Don't know how obvious B is going to be though, but we'll see. Let's say B. B should be less green and more yellow, I think. Invalid syntax. No kidding. Here. What? It doesn't know an else if? Should it just be an if? Invalid syntax. Did I do something else wrong? Or should it just be if? Maybe? If. Apparently. But can't really see it. I don't really see the difference. Yeah, Let's then just make it more obvious. Yes, it's yellow now. So I can use this way to actually... Cool. So I have A, I have B. It's going to ignore everything else. So the zeros he's going to ignore, which it does perfectly because it just takes on the color of the background, which is perfect. I'm going to add in a C because I said I wanted 3 colors. Three colors of green. And a D for the brown. This is already yellowish. What color is brown? Brown is more red, I think. Because yellow is pretty close to it. Yeah, but if I add more... But that's not going to happen yet because... I haven't defined any of them yet. Let's see. D. Yeah, that looks brownish. It looks more yellowish than brown, but that's not right. But that does give us some things to play with, and these things can go. Yay. So we got ourselves more of a background. And I actually would need to dissect the little thing that I made. But defining these colors like this, will also help us in the future with seasons. Because if we're going to have different seasons, I can simply change A, B, C, and D. Most likely not D, because I think the brown will stay mostly the same throughout the year. But the green, for instance, I could make it like autumn colors when it's autumn. Make it more brownish and orangey, which would be nice. And might even make it disappear in winter. Might. I don't know what to do, how to do that with winter. Maybe I would give the tree like a special shape during the winter, that you only have like the branches. I think that would be nice. I think that would work nice. So then I actually have to make my ground. Cool. Take this. Take it away. I think that can also go, and I could just state that these are I'm wondering also, instead of using AB, oh, this is so stupid. I could do the same thing as with the sky, I guess. Make an array in which I state all the colors. Then I can collapse this by saying simply that if this is not 0, it should be like colors colors and then that. I could do it that way. Oh, well. And maybe I should, because then it would be easier for me to add in more colors later, because then I just need to add like 5, 6, 7. I should do that, shouldn't I? Yep. Okay. Let me just comment it in there, because I don't think I'm still going to do that tonight. Because if I have to do that again, I'll lose my flippin' mind. Okay. That doesn't look all too bad, does it? Cool. Okay, so that's something I'm going to do before the next stream. This. And I think I'm going to do the same thing with this. Turn it into a more manageable single code. And maybe next time we'll go through of how I'm going to yank out this hard code and actually turn it into something modular, so that I can, if I want to, change the size of the sky dynamically and have it just recalculate everything, because I think that would be better. Well, yeah, it should be better, because then if I change my mind on something, it will just, I only have to change it on one place and it would scale with it. So that maybe that's a good thing for next time, because I really like the sky colors now. And maybe I would already have like a, how do you say it, like a cross stitch layout of what the ground is going to be like if I get to it, and maybe even have the values of the colors that I want to use, so we can actually code that in and see how that looks. That would be great. And also just have it cycle through. That would also be nice. Then I could just turn it on and let it cycle through and see what I can find. Other than that, I think I'm gonna call it for today. If any of you have any suggestions, have any ideas or tips, please, please, please let me know, because I could really use some tips on this. And I'll see you guys next time.